My name is Bonnie. I'm from China. I'm living in Sydney. My number one reason to speak more clearly in English is to communicate effectively with people, so it brings more job opportunities. Before I came across Speak More Clearly programs, I had done pretty well in English academically. I scored 8 out of 9 in IELTS test. However, I still struggled with speaking more clearly in English. For example, pronouncing multi-syllable words, elisions and linking. So I sounded very choppy when speaking. I was very frustrated and it had negative impacts on my job. I was working as a project manager, and what I found back then was that instead of focusing on the message I was delivering, people were distracted or confused by my accent or the fact that I didn't speak very clearly. I was just not sure whether it would work or not, because I had previously tried many other programs and they all sound quite similar to start with. For example, I spent probably about £700 on Rosetta Stone a couple of years before purchasing the Speak More Clearly program, but it didn't really work very well for me, and that's why I didn't really have particular confidence or expectations of this program. However, after I started using it, I was absolutely blown away of how easy, how convenient, and how systematic it has been structured. Following the instruction, which was very clear, which was great, and I listened and practiced with it every day for about 10 minutes on my way to work. It was not such a big commitment, so it was sustainable. So after about 2 to 3 weeks, I started to notice that I had made progress on pronouncing multi-syllable words. I sounded less choppy. People responded better to my messages, more likely to communicate with me. That made me feel more confident. I was able to speak more clearly, so it helped me to do my job very effectively, and which was exactly what I was hoping to achieve. It was really interesting. I have received a lot of positive feedback from my colleagues about how effective my communication has become. And I caught up with my friend. We didn't see each other for probably about 10 months, and he was absolutely blown away. He said, "Bonnie, what did you do to yourself?" And I said, What do you mean, Dan?" He said, "You sounded like native speaker." And I thought, "What do you mean?" He said, "Oh, you spoke English very well before, but now I just couldn't recognize your voice anymore." So I really love the programs, and I'm probably one of the biggest fans. So I bought the accent reduction program because it breaks down into different units. So you can spend 10 minutes every day. It doesn't have to be 3 hours a day. It's so easy to work with, on my way to work and when I'm cooking. I absolutely enjoyed it. I just practice with it. It's very simple. I have already recommended it to my husband numerous times. And I recommend it to my friends, because I find it's very, very effective, and because I have done it and I make progress, and I have the confidence to recommend the program to people who want to speak more clearly, whether they'll enhance their job opportunities or promotions or pay rise, or to enhance their relationships, because it's all about communication.